It's a very powerful monument. It's not a tribute to war, it's a tribute to the sacrifice that Canadians have made.
Glenn Miller told us he first went to France to view the Canadian National Vimy Memorial back in the early 1980s as a student. He's been there multiple times since, and on Sunday, he was back for a special commemoration event with a school group from the Lethbridge Collegiate Institute. Miller said the Vimy Monument has a rich history.
The Mother Canada, who's mourning all of her dead as she looks down over the plain, and on top of the sarcophagus representing a soldier's grave. Very emotional. It's a very powerful monument, even back when it was originally opened up in 1936 by the King. And as part of the war delegation, many of Albertans and other Canadians were part of that initial pilgrimage back in 1936.
According to staff from the Government of Canada, more than 7,000 Canadian soldiers were wounded and 3,600 were killed in the Battle of Vimy Ridge.
April the 9th is Vimy Ridge Day, the anniversary of one of the most significant battles in Canadian military history. That spring morning in 1917, all 4 divisions of the Canadian Corps fought together for the very first time as one formation. And within hours of bravely going over the top of their trenches, they've taken most of Vimy Ridge. By April the 12th, it was entirely in Allied hands, lest we forget.
On top of his trip to the Canadian National Vimy Memorial in France, Miller says he's been doing some legwork for the Liberation of the Netherlands Museum, which will recognize Indigenous veterans who have been buried in the country. That event will be taking place on June 21st. For Bridge City News, I'm Micah Quinn.